welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. So, if you haven't already guessed by the title of this video, I have mentioned it a few times throughout some of my other vlogs, but for the whole of October, I went vegan. So I thought the best way to start this vlog off would be to sort of just explain why I chose to go vegan for October. It didn't really have anything to do with like weight loss or, you know, any of that kind of thing. It was more, number one, I wanted to challenge myself and see if I could actually stick to being vegan, and the second one was just because, like, as we all know, there is a lot of stuff around at the moment talking about how if we can eat plant-based, you know, just once a week, it makes a big difference. So I wanted to see what it was actually like going vegan. So basically, I vlogged loads of different sections of the month. I vlogged the first week, I vlogged everything I ate. It was sort of like a what I eat in a week being vegan. I've also vlogged a workout, so you guys can see that hasn't, you know, being vegan didn't affect me when it came to going to the gym. So yeah, so I vlogged with my PT, and we basically just did one of my sort of like full body gym sessions, just also to show you guys what I do in the gym. And then I also touch base and talk about eating out, different restaurants in London that are vegan and like vegan food when it comes to socialising and all that kind of stuff. So if you would like to hear a little bit more about vegan life, maybe you're after some inspiration of what to eat, or you want to give it a go and don't know where to start, then please keep watching. So I figured the best way to start this all off would be to show you my most recent vegan food shop, which was actually hilarious because I didn't really know, like, I know what's vegan as such, but I was like picking up things thinking, I don't even know if this is actually vegan. So Joe and I stood in Waitrose and we're just reading the back of everything, but I think I've nailed it, although I'm sure there is going to be a few slip-ups in amongst this whole month, just because I don't fully understand everything that's vegan and what's not vegan, despite the fact that I have done a lot of research. So I am going to give it my best shot, but apologies if I do get it wrong at some point. It's just because I'm not fully clued up. Anyway, so I thought I would just get out a selection from the fridge of everything that I've got. Let's start with, so I'm going to start with the tofu and the tempeh. I've got tofu for stir fries, and also this is unbelievable. You get this from Whole Foods and it tastes insane, so I'm not upset about the fact that I'm gonna have to eat those. What else did I get? I got some falafels. Then I also picked up some vegan jackfruit burgers just to have in the fridge in case I need them. What else I got? So I got some vegan grated cheese. I don't know when I'm gonna need it or what I'm gonna need it for, but I also got the spreadable sort of like Philadelphia vegan thing. I think that's what it's going to be like. So yeah, so that's that. And then I did also get some vegan sausages. I love the Heck chicken sausages, and I know it's very different, but they do really good sausages, so I'm excited to give these ones a try. So with the cream cheese in mind, I did just get some rice crackers. I snack on rice crackers anyway, so it's kind of, I'm just trying to find ways to sort of do it that wasn't drastically changing what I eat as such, if that makes sense. Then I also got some hummus because it's the best thing in the world anyway. So with the hummus, I got cucumber and some carrots. I do love to snack, so hence why we have this crazy array of snacks over here. So what have I got? So Deliciously Ella, obviously all of her stuff is vegan. These are unbelievable. I actually was eating these way before vegan life anyway, and they are amazing. These are also insane, so very excited about them. Got some salted caramel chocolate dipped almond things, some vegan sweets. So these have actually all come from Whole Foods. Whole Foods is actually great if you want to try vegan life because they have a massive selection. Then I got some of these protein bars, which I used to have a long time ago. One of my old PTs was telling me to have them because they're plant-based, really good, lots of protein. So I got some of those. They're also from Whole Foods. Then of course, I've spoken about these many times before, but they're back again. They're vegan, which is great. So these are the salt and vinegar peas, which are from Amazon. I will link these below. And then I also got some little pretzel snack packs, which are also from Amazon. And lastly, naked bars. Then we have these. So these are the buckwheat and sweet potato noodles. These are from Whole Foods. You can get them on Amazon. I am obsessed with these. I've been having them for the last like few months, and they taste so good in a stir fry. So I got those to have with, you know, like the tofu and all that kind of stuff. And then this is the vegan protein that I've bought to have. So my current PT, Charlotte, actually recommended this to me. She says it's so nice and it's not got that sort of like grainy, sandy texture that you can get in some vegan proteins. So I'm very excited to try that out. So last night for dinner, I'll put in over the top here, we had a stir fry. So I used that tempeh. Then I also used those noodles, and we had like some sugar snap peas and some mushrooms, and it was unbelievable. It was so good. Really nice dinner. We used this satay sauce over the top, which I got very excited because we use these all the time, and I turned it around and it said suitable for vegans, so I was very happy about that. So far so good. I feel like eating at home is going to be fine. For lunch today, I'm actually just gonna have the leftovers of the stir fry from last night because I didn't eat it all. So I'm gonna have some of that for lunch. I've been so busy this morning that I didn't have breakfast, otherwise I would have tried one of those smoothies. But when I get back from the gym tomorrow, I will make one and we can give that a try, and I'll let you all know how that vegan protein works out. I mean, I know it's only been day one, so it sounds silly even sort of judging it, but I feel fine. I'm not missing anything as of yet, not having any major cravings, but ask me in like 4 days time and I'll probably not be saying the same thing. Okay, so I couldn't actually be bothered to cook tonight. Well, the light's gone really weird. So I have ordered a vegan Deliveroo. This is from By Chloe, which is, it's quite a sassy restaurant actually. I think it's on Regent Street. Ordering Deliveroo was really funny because I don't really know where's vegan and what does vegan, and basically I'm learning a lot. So second night in, I thought I would try a vegan Deliveroo. So I'm gonna open up and show you what I got. This is what it looks like when I've taken out. So this is I don't know if I can do this with one hand. This is a quinoa taco bowl thing. I mean, I don't know what's in it. Some sort of chorizo thing, but obviously it's not chorizo. Avocados, like tortilla chip things, lettuce, and then I got this kale and artichoke dip, which is going to be interesting, and some tortilla chips. So it looks delightful, it smells really good, so I'm going to try it and see what I think. So this is the kale and artichoke dip. It's actually got something that on the top which they call almond palm, which is basically essentially a vegan Parmesan cheese, but it's made of almonds. But I love kale and I love artichokes, so I'm expecting big things. Hopefully I like it.
So how's it going?
Actually, so nice.
Yeah?
I don't know what this is. It's supposed to taste like chorizo, but I have no idea what it's made of, but it's unbelievable.
It looks good.
Actually really good. And this is so good. Like, actually rivals guacamole.
What is
again,
it?
I don't know what's, I mean, I know it's got kale, and I know it's got artichoke in it, but I don't know what else is in there. Because it's kind of like creamy, but obviously it's not going to be cream.
Why don't they
journey, this vegan life, you know?
Why don't they just do guacamole?
Well, they could do, but maybe they did. I just was too hungry to go all the way down the menu. But yeah, this is a definite winner.
There it is.
Actually so nice. I'm just having some grapefruit for dessert, which is a bit weird, but it was on the side and I had a craving for it. So this is what I'm having while watching the Bake Off, which is probably not ideal because it's making me want to eat a lot of bread. So I'm up bright and early this morning. I'm heading off to the gym. I just wanted to talk about the fact that I'm back to having my lemon water in the morning as soon as I wake up. I fell off the bandwagon with it a little bit, just when, like, I think when we got out of lockdown and life started to get a bit busier, and I was so good at doing it during lockdown, to have it in my water every morning, and it just made me feel so good. I just felt so cleansed, and I don't know, it just really made me feel good. So you can have it in obviously warm water or cold water. I like to have it in cold water just because I feel like it's a nice sort of quick, easy drink. But yeah, I just feel like it really helps with my digestion. It just really made me feel better when I was doing this every morning. Post-gym smoothie time. I've got one banana in there, and then I'm going to put in some coconut milk, and then 1 scoop of this vanilla protein, and I'll let you know what it tastes like. I'm very intrigued because all the vegan proteins I've tried before have not been nice. So I haven't got high expectations, but we shall see. Just one other thing, I do think that with all protein smoothies, if you add ice to them, they just taste so much better. So I always add about 5 cubes of ice, just because it makes, oh, that was an awful noise. Just because it makes it colder, and yeah, it just does make it taste better. Going in with the first impressions here, let's see. I mean, it's not the worst I've ever had. I'm gonna give it that. But there's definitely still that like, it's just got so much more texture to it than normal whey protein. But it actually tastes nice. So that's good. Some of the vegan proteins I've had in the past have tasted like, I feel like you could really taste the protein. But this actually does taste nice. It's just the texture. But I could definitely have one of these every morning and not hate it that much, because in the grand scheme of vegan protein, I would say that is actually pretty good. Okay, so I haven't had lunch today because I've literally been running around. I was out shooting and then I've just come back now. So I'm currently snacking on some Moroccan falafels. These are actually so nice. If you like falafel or however you want to say it, you will love these. And I just think it's like hummus in a ball, which is essentially what it is. I do know that. But yeah, they are so nice. So far so good. The only thing I would say, so what, we're on like day 3 now, is I do feel like I'm not eating that much. I don't know if that's just because I'm like, still don't really know what I can eat, do you know what I mean? Or if it's just essentially quite a good diet, because it stops you from kind of getting things when you're out and about, or snacking on things that are like really easy to snack on, or like make yourself a lunch that's really easy. I don't know. I'm still trying to work out what it is, but I'm not trying to not eat a lot, but I do feel like I'm eating a lot less than I was before I went vegan, which is not necessarily a good thing. So I'm gonna try and keep myself a little bit aware of that, because I don't want to undereat. But yeah, that's probably like my review of vegan life so far. That's what's happening. So for dinner tonight, Joe and I have ordered in because we were gonna go out, but it's too dark and cold. So we ordered from, I just told Joe to pick. What did you pick?
Thai food.
So Joe picked Thai food, and I was like, let's see what they've got on the menu. And they did have vegan options, but it was interesting, should we say. So I think I've got a lot of stir-fried vegetables, because they were sort of the only options. One of them does come with tofu though, but I think I'm gonna cook up some extra tofu to add to because I got like a vegetable green curry or something. So I'm gonna put tofu in it. But it seems a little bit weird because we're currently watching a barbecue show on Netflix while I'm doing vegan life. It's a good thing that I'm like, you know, okay with this and not full vegan. I'm going to warm up my tofu, yay. This is the teriyaki flavoured one, which I'm not really sure if that's going to massively go with Thai green curry, but hey, it can't be that bad surely. And then this is the Thai food here. So what? That's Joe's Thai green curry, which don't ask me why I put it in a giant bowl.
It's my giant
Okay, so
bowl.
this has got tofu in it already. That's like vegetable sort of stir fry with tofu. And then this is the vegetable Thai green curry, vegan Thai green curry thing. So I'm gonna put my tofu in that, and yeah, that's dinner. As I was saying earlier, I just get worried that I'm not eating enough, so I'm gonna make sure I eat most of my dinner, because otherwise.
Get the calories in.
Yeah, and I wanted to get the protein in as well, because I feel like that's actually the hardest thing with vegan, is you have to be like really conscious of like how much nutrients you're getting, because there's a lot of like vegetables, which is good, but protein not so much. So you have to like really make an effort to eat protein. This is my tofu green curry now, and then I put some vegetables on the plate. So, but these are so spicy. I think they've like, I don't know why it's so spicy, but hey, I'm gonna give it a go. Okay, so for dinner tonight, I thought I would try the jackfruit burgers. So I got the vegan cheese, but I got it in sort of burger slice things. So this will be the first evening of trying vegan cheese, so we shall see. I also found a vegan mayo, so I'm intrigued to try that. Some lettuce, and then I've just got a wholemeal roll. You'll have to laugh, I actually googled whether bread was vegan, don't laugh at me. And I'm currently just snacking on some hummus and some carrots. This vegan mayo is baffling me, because it actually tastes like normal mayonnaise. Actually no, it tastes like normal mayonnaise, doesn't it? But it tastes like something's missing. But like, it tastes normal.
It tastes very much like mayonnaise though, it's quite confusing.
It's really weird. I literally just came back over to find out what it's actually made from, because I just, like, what? It says it's like the first ingredient is rapeseed oil, 72% rapeseed oil. But It even smells like mayonnaise, but I honestly, this is just baffling. It really is. Cheese update. It's melted like it should do. So now I'm gonna taste it and see what happens. I'm weirdly nervous because I don't understand how you can make vegan cheese, but I'll give it a go.
Here we go. First impressions.
Oh my god, that jackfruit thing is so... I tried to cut it and it's all squishing out. It's so good.
Is it?
Because it's got like barbecue sauce flavour in it.
Oh, decent.
But it tastes like... It actually tastes like pulled pork. Oh. That's what I feel like I'm eating. It looks like it as well. Okay, this is mental. It's actually unbelievable.
You can have a bite? Oh, it's switching out.
It doesn't stay together like a burger though.
It's collapsed.
It all comes like, yeah. It like separates. I tried to cut it and it just all squished.
It's like a squishy thing.
But, oh my god, it tastes actually so good. And the cheese, just, I don't know. It doesn't taste like cheese, but it does not taste like cheese.
I'm going to have a bite.
I got the texture of it.
Yeah? And then...
This is good.
I've got on American barbecue again just to make Sarah feel jealous, just to test her willpower while...
She's really testing my vegan willpower.
Just while we're doing this.
Okay, I'm going to eat this now.
Enjoy.
It's Sunday today, so I thought for breakfast I'd cook up these vegan sausages, just see what they're like. Joe was having a breakfast burrito, so I've decided to do a vegan breakfast burrito. So I've put some avocado down, I'm going to put some of this cheese. I'm just pan frying the sausages, but I definitely, they cook so weirdly, like they just sort of burnt straight away, even though the pan wasn't that hot. So it was a bit weird, I'm a bit intrigued by them, but I'm sure they'll still taste nice. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a go. Okay, so I just put it under the grill slightly just to melt the cheese a little bit more and just to warm the wrap up. So I started to wrap it and then realised that I actually forgot the sriracha. So I just added some of that on top. So it's gonna taste amazing because I'm just obsessed with sriracha. Okay, so it doesn't look like much, but it actually tastes so good. You even liked it, didn't you?
I approve of it. Yeah.
It was actually so nice. Like, I'm really impressed with this. So here I basically wanted to put in a bit of a review of the first week. I actually wrote down some notes of how I felt after the first week so that I could tell you guys. So the first thing is I just massively realised the lack of protein in my diet. It's so hard to get your protein up to like what I was having when I was consuming fish and meat. It's just because the things you eat, like for example, you know, your tofu or your tempeh or your, I don't know, all that kind of stuff, they're not that high in protein. They've got protein in it, like they're good sources of protein, but it's not like having a chicken breast or, you know, some eggs, or you know what I mean. So that was one thing that I really struggled with. I'm actually going to put in a screenshot of MyFitnessPal, which I used to track one of my days. This was quite interesting because this breaks down so you can literally see the fats, the carbs, the protein, and this was a clean eating day, so I didn't have anything bad. It was all sort of like avocados, you know, coconut oil, tofu, that kind of thing. But as you can see, the carbs are so high. It is such a carb heavy way of eating, like I can't even believe it. I don't think I've ever eaten so many carbs in all my life. Yeah, and then obviously as you can see the fats are quite high, but they are good fats because as I say I was eating like avocados, nuts, things like that. And then yeah, the protein is low. So if I compare that to like a day on MyFitnessPal, which I'll put the other side, from like a normal, before I was like, when I'm just pescatarian is what I'm trying to say, you know, and I'm having like the whey protein shakes and you know, the fish and blah, blah, blah. You can see that there is a lot more protein in my diet, and that comes from obviously, as I say, fish, eggs, whey protein, all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to just put this in here because I wanted to show the difference between eating vegan and eating sort of like pescatarian / like normally. So then with that being said, I did feel after the first week, I just felt like I was feeling so squishy all the time. Like, I feel like when I eat really clean or I go on like a bit more of a diet, I feel quite lean quite quickly, especially if I am just having like vegetables and fish and all that kind of stuff. But with this diet, because it is carb heavy, I did feel like I was retaining probably like quite a lot of water for like a long period of time. So it took a good like 3 weeks before I actually felt my body sort of like feeling good from it, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that was interesting. So I'd say the lack of protein and sort of the feeling sort of squishy were like the downsides from the first week, but the upsides were, oh my god, I have never eaten like so many vegetables and fibre. Like, it was amazing, and I mean, without oversharing, I've never been so regular in all my life, which is great, because obviously it's just good for you to, you know, be going when you should be going. The other thing as well is that, like, I felt like my body was so full of like vitamins and minerals and just good stuff, because it was like, as you know, vegan is just like a lot of vegetables, so it's all just very good stuff that you're putting into your body. That is, of course, if you eat the way that I was eating, and I just didn't want to do that like fake vegan life. I wanted to eat quite clean and have like not sort of like processed vegan food, you know. So that was a massive plus, like just getting in so many more vegetables than I probably had all year. And then the other thing, which was amazing and something that I really want to carry on moving forward, was the lack of refined sugar. Because obviously, like, a lot of the sort of bad things for you, so you've got like, I don't know, chocolate, cakes, cookies, biscuits, just all that kind of stuff, they're not vegan because they're all made with like eggs or, you know, that milk, things like that. So it does really reduce your sort of like bad sugar intake. And yeah, obviously I was snacking on like sugary kind of like things, but it was like nowhere near as bad as sort of, I mean, I'm not saying I would have like a lot of cakes and cookies and things like that anyway, but it just stopped you kind of from eating any of that just altogether. So after speaking about the food, I thought I would put in here a before and after of like the way I looked from the beginning of October to the end of October. As I said, I wasn't doing this for weight loss purposes, so I didn't actually weigh myself because that wasn't the reason I was doing it. But I thought I'd just put these pictures in anyway so that you guys can see. I think there is a little bit of a difference. I feel like I feel really good. I do feel like it's made me feel leaner than I thought it was going to make me feel. And yeah, I do feel like I have lost a little bit of weight, not like a lot. But yeah, it's just made me feel good, which is the main reason you do anything, you know. That's why I'm like really kind of anti the scales and things like that, because it's actually about like how you feel and the way that you look and things fit and all that kind of stuff. So I thought now would be a really good point to put in sort of my workout vlog. This was just, I wanted to sort of, well, seeing as we're talking about diet, I thought I may as well put a bit of exercise in. Your diet can sort of affect how you work out, and so I was a little bit worried whether, you know, eating vegan would affect it, but I had no issues. I was the same as I always am in the gym. So this is what a sort of typical full body workout would look like for me. So guys, I'm in the gym. This is Charlotte, my wonderful PD.
Hello.
I've been training with Charlotte for over a year now.
Yeah.
And she is, oh, I'm really sorry, I'm having focusing problems. Transforming my body, which is good to see. So as I said,
can you confirm that that's what's happened?
Yeah, I put in before and after pictures from my
vegan
really? Life in this vlog.
Oh,
and I'll show you actually, but there is an actual difference, like there really is.
Yay.
So that is good. So as I said, we're going to do like a full body workout today so that you guys can kind of see what I do, and Charlotte will sort of explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it and why I'm doing it, sort of situation.
What you're doing well.
And I'll also put Charlotte's Instagram in here, ding, so that you guys can follow her and like keep up to date with all her wonderful PT-ness. That's the technical term, in case you're wondering.
So to start a lower body session, Sarah will start with some glute bridges. We'll add a band on there to help bring her glutes into it. We'll try and keep tension on the way down, squeeze the glutes on the way up, and that just helps Sarah wake up her bum so that she can use it in the exercises later on in the session. So Sarah will start with rack pulls. We choose to do these over deadlifts just to prevent her lower back from pulling it from the ground too much. And here we can engage the back of her legs and her bum. So to start Sarah on pull-ups, we've used the TRX, where she can use her feet if need be. Here's Sarah on her way to learning how to do a full-blown pull-up with the use of a band. This exercise will get Sarah's leg and her glutes and can be done at home or in the gym. To superset the last exercise, we've got Cossack Squat. or spider women. That's going to get the sides of the glutes and the inside of the leg. To then work the opposite muscles, single leg RDLs, which will also help with balance. Back of the leg, and then squeeze the bum up at the top. Ball curls for the back of Sarah's leg. Curl the ball in, so your bum, keep the hips up, and then push back out.
So the last section of this, I want to talk about sort of eating out when it came to being vegan. So I would say that I remained vegan probably 90% of October. And I say that because this was where the downfalls really came, is when you eat out, especially if it's like more of a social thing. So like, for example, I went for a brunch with some friends at a restaurant in London, and there was just no vegan options. There was literally not one vegan thing on the menu. And obviously when you've got a pre-planned thing with friends, you're not going to be that difficult one who says like, oh, we can't eat here because I'm vegan. Like, because I'm not full vegan and I was doing it as more of a challenge, whenever I couldn't be vegan, I was vegetarian. So I basically just had the vegetarian options, and that was fine. Obviously it was a bit annoying, so I wanted to stick to being full vegan, but it is amazing how I thought like veganism and vegan life was everywhere, but actually it's not till you are vegan and you go out that you realise it's actually really hard to eat in some restaurants, and they just haven't actually adapted themselves for vegans. The other thing as well is I had like pre-planned dinners in the diary that had been booked for like a couple of months, and like some of them were at Italian restaurants and there was just no vegan option, so then I had to have like pastas, and you know, it was great because I had like my fix of cheese every now and then, so that kind of helped. But yeah, as I said, it was just a bit annoying. But that's the only thing I would say, is that it does make eating out and socialising a little bit harder. I wanted to sort of try out some restaurants that had like guaranteed vegan food. So yeah, so I'm going to put in here a little vlog of Joe and I going along to a full vegan restaurant, and yeah, it was an interesting one. So as promised, I thought we would go and try out some vegan restaurants in London, although they don't have to be fully vegan, but just
Couple of fully vegan though.
Yeah, we're gonna go to a fully vegan one right now, but have really good vegan options, because I've been eating out the past like week or like doing bits, and it's been really hard to stay vegan because you'd be surprised how many restaurants do not have vegan options. So I sat down and I've actually searched for like taking time to find out, so when we go I can actually eat vegan and not have to like fuck it up and be vegetarian.
Yeah.
So
I'm committing.
So tonight we're going to a restaurant called Wolf and Lamb, I think, it's in Chelsea. And Joe's agreed to being vegan with me when we eat out tonight.
I'm coming.
So
fully vegan. I'm
plant-based life. We'll let you know how it goes. We'll take videos and all that of the food. But yeah, I'm excited because I'm loving vegan life so far.
Same.
You haven't even eaten any of the proper vegan food.
Well, I've tried a bit of yours.
Okay, alright then.
I had a falafel.
Okay. We have a flat gyozas, which I wasn't expecting them to be flat, but
no.
These wheels have got some olives, and then we've got bread and balsamic vinegar. So
because it's the best.
I don't even know what's in these. I think there's mushroom. I forgot to read what was on the menu, but I'm excited to try them. I feel like this is like ultimate health life here.
Yeah. Gotta look at it.
Yeah, like real. It's a good thing I actually really like aubergine.
Miso aubergine as well. How was that? Yeah? Good?
It is nice, but I don't know if I can eat this much aubergine.
It's a lot. It's a whole lot.
Wait, let's try the mac and cheese. Ooh, it looks good.
Yeah, it does.
It's really hot.
Yeah?
That's really good.
This is my wolf pie? Wolf pie.
So how's your jackfruit pie?
It's actually nice.
Yeah.
Substantial as well.
Yeah, you've got quite the meal over
I'm
there.
gonna be absolutely
I
stuffed.
still can't believe I've managed to drag Joe to a vegan restaurant.
You know, that's love.
That is real love right there.
Sacrifices we make.
I look like a what's it, and you look really red.
How is it red on this?
Did we go out looking like this?
I think I did.
So we thought we'd give you a little bit of a vegan review now that we're back home. So to start off with, number one thing, oh my god, I can't get over how expensive that was.
Yeah.
It was £84
And we didn't have that much.
I had like nothing really, apart from literally bread, olives, gyoza starter that we shared, which was tiny. Then I had basically what was just an aubergine on my plate.
Sliced in half.
Sliced in half with some miso flavouring. And you had jackfruit with mashed potato on top.
Yeah. Big portion, but...
Like, no, but that's like daylight robbery.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because vegan life just more... To be fair, like I have felt that when I've food shopped, like a vegan food shop is definitely more expensive than a normal food shop. But yeah, like I'm genuinely shocked at how expensive that was. And like it was nice, but like I would not be rushing back there. Like I can't say the food didn't taste nice, because it did, but it's like...
mind blowing.
No, I've definitely had better vegan food like in the house, or going to a restaurant that's not vegan that has vegan options. So first vegan meal out, proper vegan meal, was okay, but I give it like a 6 out of 10. So anyway, but we're gonna have our dessert, which are the deliciously Ella almond butter and salted caramel cups, which are the best things ever.
Which are 10 out of 10.
Yeah, these are real solid, straight 10 out of 10. So after the slightly flat experience, I suppose is the best way to describe it, at that Wolf and Lamb place, I was like, I wanted to try, as I said, I was saying how like I think restaurants that do vegan options are better. So I was like, I'm gonna do different sort of tiers. So I was like, I wanted to go sort of like a bougie restaurant in London. So we went to Lucky Cat, which is Gordon Ramsay's Asian restaurant, and they were known for like sort of doing some really good vegan options, and they were amazing. I'll put over the top here just some of the things that we had, like little food images. There was sort of like an avocado and tofu fried thing. We had like, it was a lot of vegetables, so like vegetable tempura, which was great. Obviously edamame. There was like a mushroom dish thing that I had. This food was so much better because it was like so full of flavour, and it was just, yeah, it was a definite, like I would go here 1,000 times over going to the full vegan restaurant, because it just was like quite tasteless and just very plain. And then so lastly, I wanted to put in a vegan fast food, because as I said, I've been avoiding sort of that vegan fast food for the whole month, because I knew that the food was going to taste good. Like, it's obvious that sort of like fake chicken burgers are going to taste amazing, because, you know, it's fried food, it can't be that bad. But obviously it's a slippery slope. Like, just because it's got the word vegan in front of it doesn't mean it's healthy. But I was like, we've got to try one out. So anyway, we went to Dirty Vegan, which is in the food hall in Westfield, Shepherd's Bush. And oh my God, guys, the food was unbelievable. I'll put a little video over the top here of the restaurant and like the food. I had a chili cheese like hot dog thing, and Joe had a chicken burger, and then we had like chicken nuggets, obviously chicken nuggets, and it was so good, like so good. So actually I would be just as happy going to like there as I would be going to McDonald's. So that was good, and like a really positive vegan experience, because it did taste amazing, and you all have to try it. So to end this, if you're still with me, thank you. I know this actually ended up being quite a long video, but there was just, I mean, obviously it was over a month, so it was really hard to condense this down, but I wanted to just sort of put everything in here just in case you guys wanted to know everything. So yeah, so I think my takeaways from this are actually, I will probably remain quite plant-based, because I've actually really enjoyed it, and yeah, it was just, you know, I'm not like rushing to go and like eat fish, or, you know, definitely not meat or anything like that. But I think for my sort of like protein intake and just general ease of life, I'm definitely going to be like predominantly just like pescatarian or vegetarian, like, you know, but have like plant-based meals when I can and when I want to, because they actually taste amazing. And I urge you guys to actually, if it's an option on a menu, to give it a go, because actually they taste so good. So yeah, so I think I miss eggs too much. Eggs were a really big part of my diet. They're something that I would snack on quite a lot, and so like I will be going back to having eggs, and definitely like if I'm eating out, I want to be able to have like the fish option, and I love fish, so I will sort of definitely not be fully vegan, because I miss those kind of things, and I think that if you enjoy eating something, then you should do it. But I definitely think that I will be like a lot more plant-based. So there we go guys, that is my full vegan review of how it was in October. I really hope you found this video useful and that, you know, it might inspire you to just try going a bit more plant-based or full vegan, who knows. Let me know below if you are vegan or you've tried to go vegan or you're currently vegan and you don't know whether you're going to stick with it, any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, as I said, I really hope you found this useful. Give the video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.